Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Umaira Said from Times Institute, Pakistan, and the topic which I have lined up today to discuss is the traditional media. So we will discuss that what is the traditional media and what is the difference between the traditional media and the new media. Traditional media is now in the jeopardized because now it is at the threshold of being sabotaged by the new media. The reason is that the new media is emerging nowadays. So if you dichotomized the new media and the traditional media, you would find a major difference between the attacking, or you may say between the implementation of the two things. Instead of being having a bafflement of any idea about this tradition and the new media, let me dive straight into the topic that the purpose of the traditional media is to target the audience through your print media, through TV advertisement, through commercial, or through your billboards or the advertisement via different ways. Traditional media's purpose is to target the particular audiences. While my way to my institute, I saw an advertisement written on one of the billboard, and the advertisement was, हम पाकिस्तान का ख्याल रखते हैं, हम पाकिस्तान को सेहतमंद देखना चाहते हैं क्योंकि हम इसका नमक खाते हैं. This slogan, this is so captivating, so emotional, so patriotic that everyone now incline more towards purchasing the same product which is more related to which is more patriotic. Now it is August and many of the products will be now in the white and in the green, and this is the purpose of the traditional media. Every country is represented by their traditional media. In India, in Japan, in America, they have their national channels through which they convey their patriotic and their solidarity message to the other country. And this unity is very much important when your media has a unity in under rule. So I have written few of the points which is represented and which is conveying and imparting their messages to the general masses. As I initially described, that the purpose of the traditional media is to impart the message to the target audience. Now, who will decide that which message is being targeted to which audience? Now they have divided the time. In the traditional media is the 32 news channels and the 25 entertainment channels which is still in running by the PEMRA in the Pakistan. Now they have dichotomized and divided and distributed the time among their target audiences. Now there is no channel for the children. Like you cannot have the Pakistani cartoon on any of the channel, like the Pakistanis or many of the other countries do not have any particular channel for the children. So what they have done, they just import some kind of videos for the other countries' children, and they see the cartoons. Like there is a cartoon which is from the Japan and the Nobita, and so people prefer to watch those television, but what they have doing, they are just imparting their culture into our culture. TV advertisement is usually paid content. You may pay for the per minute or the per second. Political advertisement is also very much common, like during the political campaign you may have this the advertisement and you may convey your message, like jahan mamta wahan dalda, and there are so many nowadays patriotic advertisement being displayed and imparting their messages to their target audiences. Radio is one of the medium. Radio is considered to be the conveying message through the waves. When there was no other traditional media, the radio was the one through which the people get the information. The people still prefer to listen to the commentary of any of the sports on the radio, has a very much authenticity. But now the people who are emerging more towards the new media, they do not believe on the radio. Now the radio is just, it's not now the part and the parcel, like now the radio is just, you may say, one of the antique piece in your drawing room. Like people, no one prefers to listen to the radio, but no one can ignore the importance of the radio, as well. Radio is still considered to be very much important during the war days, during the political campaigns, for the discussions, for the conveying the informations to the remote areas. The radio is one of the most important because it is portable. The print media is a powerful weapon. Is it important for having for the record? It is important to give an authenticity. If you want everything in the black and white, the print media is very much important. And nowadays you may get your advertisement, the job advertisement, the political news about the corona information, about how the COVID-19. These are very much important, and the traditional media is dependent upon these three basic important media, which is the TV, radio and the print. The number fourth is the direct mail. Nowadays, like in the new media, we have an email, but in the traditional media, you may send your messages through the mail, although it took 2 or 3 days, sometimes 10 days to convey your messages or taking your messages from one point to another. The mail is considered to be important too, but due to the advancement of the new media, now it is declining. Like now people prefer less to send the mail, but you may get your government job letters, official letters, or appointment letters, the rejection letters through this mail as well. Door-to-door sale, this is one of the major, I must say that now the advertisement have kneeled down in front of this door-to-door sale. It also creating the job opportunities. People are moving from one place to another place, and it becomes easy for them to sell their products. Now the products are, if in a jumbo size, they have in sachet as well, and they are sending these sachets and distributing, so the people may just take and just check, and then they purchase their jumbo packs. So door-to-door, I prefer that the door-to-door sale is very much important, and every product must be available on the door-to-door now in the pandemic as well. The next is the new media. So student, this is the new media. The new media is highly dependent upon the social media. There are so many social platforms which are now uses for the black, grey and white propaganda as well. So in future we will discuss the propaganda types, but this social media involves your Instagram, your Facebook, and there are so many other through which like Twitter is also been used as a social media platform. It is used for the propaganda, for advertisement, for campaign, for the product introduction, for the product decline. If you want to create a hue and a cry against any of the issue, you may use this social media. And now this social media not only have an advantages but the disadvantages as well. But nowadays many of the people consume 12 to 15 hours of the day in front of the mobile camera or the laptop screen. So this social media is creating a hype among the people, and the people are depending more on the social media. As I said in the initially, that you may use it for the black and the grey propaganda as well as the white propaganda as well. And now the people and the countries are using this social media platform. As I say, if I discuss about the indigenous propaganda, like on the one side you have an Pakistan People's Party social media team, on the one side you have a PTI social media team, on the other hand you have a PMLN social media team, and they have the war of the words, WORDS. On the other side they have a war of their past chunks. They used to bring out the simplest past chunks and try to create the monopoly among the people. They want to rule over the minds of the people, which must be negated somehow. But this social media platform is being used negatively by the rest of the by the people. Pay per click. Now this is one of the major thing, like you have to watch the advertisement throughout the day, and on the per click you will be given the 30 rupees or in the 30 or like $5 or the $1, and this pay per click is one of the emerging new media, and now people are earning by sitting at the home. Content marketing, as I told you, that the social media or the new techniques have been used by the advertisers to advertise their content, and there are so many things, like they start having some Qawwali nights, or they have some music galas, and they have some fun fairs, and they have some concerts, and they advertise their products, like they may have some get-togethers, they may start giving door-to-door sales. These are the few major things which they use to market their contents. No one can ignore the importance of the print and the TV advertisement. My dear students, the new media is using the base of the traditional media to construct their empire. So the new media is highly dependent upon the traditions set by the traditional media. Otherwise, the new media cannot exist without having the roots of the traditional media. So don't ignore the basement of the traditional media. The next is the email. As I told you that nowadays the people are relying less on the direct mail, because now the email, electronic mail is possible. In the electronic mail, in a single click, you may send your message, so no one have a time to wait for the direct mail. As I told you in the previous lectures that in 1964, the Marshall McLuhan said that the world will turn into the global village, and nowadays the world is turning into the global village, into the smaller villages as well. Everyone is running the short of the time, and so they depend upon more on the new media rather than the traditional media. There are so many differences as well, like it is time consuming, it has a less time. More manpower is required in the traditional media, whereas in the new media the single man can can sabotage other person's career only on the single click. Now the fraud is very much common. You may crop the pictures, you may change the background scenes, you may like blackmailing is very much important. Cyber crime rates are increasing day by day, and it is due to the blessings of this new media, because new media is inhuman, or I must say that they are more involved in the massacre. I used to say that the new media is a heartless, whereas the traditional media has an emotions, and they used to care and having a love for the humanity, whereas the new media has no love for the humanity. Although I prefer both the new and the traditional media in my regular life, but no one can exist without having an references and association with the traditional media if you want to go along with the new media. So this is the topic which we have discussed today. So come up with the new topics next week. So take care, stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.